Peace, brothers and sisters in humanity. I hope you're all well. Azul verloren. That's in Amazighi. That's hello in Amazighi. Okay, Sujud part 1. I'm going to do Sujud part 2, and it's going to be part 3. So I can just go through all of them. All the words Sujud, Sujada, anything to do with Sujud, we'll have to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? So we can shut this right down, okay? This is part 1. So if you didn't catch part 1, you have to watch part 1 first. And then watch part 2. And please, I don't really need, listen. Okay. Like this guy, where is he? Where is he? Only peace, no. Very low, this message here. Very low quality. Do you try to come here and trying to tell me something, but you don't use a single verse? Just blah, blah, blah. I don't need talks. I don't need talks. This is not a debate, okay? About me, who I am, or what you think I am, or you think you know me, or you think I follow people, or I mean, you keep saying giving me names, telling me names like Hamza or something. Hamza, like I'm a student or something. I don't know Hamza. I don't mind being a student, all right? You know me. I am humble. I do listen. I do listen to other people, but I don't follow. It's like they're gonna give me. I don't know. Follow them like what? Like a priest? Like what? Like an imam? I don't understand, mate. I really don't understand. So I don't know this Hamza. I like to know him. Now you spoke about him, I like to know him, and I'm do my research, and go and listen to him. I haven't got a problem with that. I don't have a problem with people that use logic. Okay, if this Hamza thinks like me, yeah, I like to watch him. But if he's like Baba, no, thank you. No, thank you. Do you understand? No, thank you. So the man you came to defend, right? Instead of go to the Quran and learn, okay, you here to defend a human being in my channel, like I'm trying to, I don't know, abuse him or something. He said something, I'm just replying to him. He's calling us hypocrites, and we're trying to push, like we're part of a devil, basically. We're an evil cult, yeah? That's what he's trying to say. So I'm just replying. I have the right to reply to this man. I do, don't I? I'm not abusing him. I'm not attacking him personally. No, it's what he's saying, what he's selling, that I don't agree with. And he's trying to push his idea to the Quran, that I don't agree with. Okay? Sujud, let's carry on. Just don't leave me in the stupid comments, please. You know what I mean? Wasting my time reading a comment. There's nothing inside it. Nothing. Just words. Not been talking about the subject for 38 minutes. Right? Writing all these verses and reading them, and then you come and just give me words. Nothing about the subject. What I was wrong. If you think I'm wrong, just give me verses to prove it. That's all I need from you. I don't need you to tell me who I am. I know who I am. But you don't know who I am. Or Arabic, or that because I speak Arabic. I never said anything about Arabic. I always said it doesn't matter. The context is king in any language. I don't care. It's the context. It's the context. Sorry, it's the context that gives you the explanation, not the language. Obviously, you have to have the right translation. I'm with you, but sujud is to go on your forehead. It just doesn't make sense. When you read it in context, it does not make sense. It's an act done, it's like a random act done in a really weird time, basically. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird. That's all it is, weird. Because sujud is really simple. It is really clear. I cleared it with yesterday's subject, right? Part 1, but I'm going to clear it again. Go through all of them. So you'd have no excuse. Okay, so you have no excuse basically. All right, Sujud part 2, chapter 3, ayah 113. ليسوا سواء من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون. Okay, they are not all the same. Among the followers of the scripture, there are those who are righteous. They recite God's revelation through the night and they obey. Okay? I say obey, you say prostrate. This is, you're talking about, you hear, they read in the Quran, okay? So they read in the Quran at night while they're doing sujud. So, wahum yasjudun. Not, it's like it's like this act is happening at the same time, okay? They read the Quran while they're in, let's say, prostrations. Let's just say it is to prostrate here. Right? So you have to read the Quran. Literally, you have to read the Quran while you're actually prostrating. So your prayer, if you're going to pray, you're going to have to read the Quran while your forehead is on the floor. That's what this verse is saying. Okay, they are not all the same. Among the followers of the scripture, there are those who are righteous. They recite God's revelation through the night while they prostrate. So this lot are doing prostration all night and reading the Quran. That's what this verse tells me. But no, we'll not stop that. Why do I say obey? That word means obey. Whatever you hear, whatever you read, you obey. You obey the laws, yeah? Okay. Let's go to ayah 114, the one after it. يؤمنون بالله. These people, look at these people, listen to these people, yeah? يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويسارعون في الخيرات وأولئك من الصالحين. Okay. So God, he's saying about these people, okay? You judge it. These people who put their forehead on the floor, right? Or I say, these people that obey what they read from the Quran. Why do they do it at night and then in the day they act it? While they hear it, reading it at night, this verse is telling you, and they wake up to do it. I know there's not a word wake up, but literally that's what it's trying to say. They read at night the Quran, learn from it, obey and practice during the day. يؤمنون بالله. It doesn't have to be during the day. I just added that, to be honest. But it doesn't have to be during the day. But why at night? Why does it say the night? Why the day? What difference does it make if you read it at night and do what you think prostration and what you do in the day? It's the same thing. So why did it say night here? It didn't say day. That's what I'm thinking, all right? I know I'm adding this bit, okay? I know I am. So I'm not saying that it's 100%. But why does it say the night? Why the night? You know, why the night? Obviously, they read the Quran at night, okay? And then they practice it when they wake up in the morning. I'm not saying they don't practice it the whole day, but I'm just saying they must do that, okay? Okay. They believe in God and the last day. They advocate righteousness and forbid evil. And they are fast to do good works. These are righteous or do-gooders. Good doers. That's what he said. So these people read the Quran, okay? And then they practice it, basically. They obey the commandments. They obey the everything in it. Okay? Why? Because the verse started with Laysu sawa. They are not the same. They are not the same from who? So we need to know the other people to compare, isn't it? Yeah? So let's go back, okay? This is chapter 3, ayah 113. Let's go back one verse. Let's go back to 112 to know the other side. Who are these people that they're not the same? ضربت عليهم الذلة أينما ثقفوا إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس وباءوا بغضب من الله وضربت عليهم المسكنة ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون الأنبياء بغير حق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون. They shall be humiliated wherever you encounter them, unless they uphold God's covenant, as well as their peace covenants with the people. They have incurred wrath from God, and consequently they are committed to disgrace. This is because, all that, right, the start of the verse, because what did they do? Because they rejected God's revelations and they killed the prophets unjustly. This is because they disobeyed and transgressed. So the people that do sujud obey and practice good, do good, and these people are disobeyed, okay, and transgressed. It's always the same. Always the same. It's the opposite of sami'na wa ata'na. It's the opposite. Falling deaf and mute. Opposite of the sujud. So these people disobeyed and transgressed. These people, this is telling you the opposite of the sujud. What the first people did. When they hear the ayat. When they hear the ayat, they obey and they uphold them. And they practice them. And the other lot that are not the same, they don't obey. They go blind and deaf to anything. Okay? That's the opposite of the sujud. Disobeying and transgressing. We're not going to stop there, are we? No. We're going to carry on. Chapter 7, Ayah 206, Al-A'raf. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ لَا يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِهِ وَيُسَبِّحُونَهُ وَلَهُ يَسْجُدُونَ. Okay? This is like, there's no context to it, but obviously you know what we're talking about. Thus at your lords are never too proud to worship him. Here they said they glorify him by saying yasbihun. Yasbihun is not to glorify. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll come and explain it another time. They glorify him and to him are obedient. They do not, okay, they are never too proud. Too proud. They're never too proud. Okay? And they glorify him and they obey him. They're obedient to him. It's nothing to do with prostration. Nothing ever. Ever. Nothing. Okay. النمل 27-24. وجدتها وقومها يسجدون للشمس من دون الله وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم وصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون. I have found her and her people obeying. Okay? Not I saw her, like he said. He didn't see nothing. He said he found her obeying and her people obeying the sun. Wait for it. Okay? How do they obey the sun? But no, I know the question is coming. Right? Instead of God, the devil has adorned their works in their eyes and has diverted them from the path. Consequently, they are not guided. Okay, so what this verse is saying, this he found her, which is we found her and her people. Do you think this person went to this town and he saw people prostrating to the sun? So they were facing. How were they prostrating to the sun? You can't prostrate to the sun. You really can't. How would you do that? We literally have to be facing the sun, right? But there's too many things on the way. So how did he see them prostrating? How did he know they were prostrating to the sun? Not to anything else. If this is prostration. And what happens to these people in the night? Do they not prostrate? I don't know. Questions? Baba, answer them please. All right? How can you know what these people are prostrating to by just looking at them? They're facing, let's just say they are facing the sun. How about if the sun is up at 12 o'clock? How do they prostrate to that? So how can you tell that these people are prostrating to the sun while there's other things facing them? When I say obedient to the sun, right? Wait. They're not obedient to the sun itself. It's the laws that these people came up with. Our idol worshippers have laws that are not God's laws that they follow. So although they probably saying the sun, or let's just say they worship the sun, but it's always they know there is a creator. That's why it's called idol worshipping. They know there is a creator and they put another one in between. But these people were using laws that go against Allah's laws. And it said here, it's very clear, listen, very, very clear. Right? The devil has adorned their works in their eyes and has diverted them from the path. Consequently, they are not guided. So these people are not guided. It's actually describing him. Describing this person here is explaining to him. This is not just because you prostrate, right? Because he found them prostrating. No. But he said the devil made their works look good to them. So their works, he must have seen some action they were doing. He must have seen some action rather than just prostrating. Because prostrating to the sun doesn't take you out of the path. Because the path he's talking about here is the path of God. Not the path of anything else. So he said, and has diverted them from the path. Consequently, they are not guided. See, obviously they are not guided to the right path. That's what he's trying to tell him. And you can only know that if you see them do works, do action, not just through prostration. Prostrating to something means absolutely nothing. It's what you do that God judges. Right? I'll bring another verse, has nothing to do with Sujud, to prove this. Okay? So, Al-An'am. Read from verse 6, okay? To 15, to 151. When God talks about the commandments, all the commandments, okay? This is ayah 152. I'm not going to read it in Arabic, it's too much. I'm going to read it in English. This is my path, a straight one. You shall follow it, and do not follow any other paths, lest they divert you from this path. These are his commandments to you, that you may be saved. So these people here, right, they lost their way from practicing God's commandments and they started practicing idol worshipping commandments. That's why this person here said, and it's not a bird, by the way, yeah? That's why this guy said the devil has made their works look good to them, to their eyes. So it works. This works. Many works. And has diverted them from the path. Consequently, they are not guided. These people lost their way, not because they prostrated to the sun, but they lost their way altogether. Their works are the devil's work. And they come out the path. Nothing to do. It's they're obeying the laws of idol worship and not obeying the laws of the Creator. Simple as. When you think this verse is talking about prostrating, it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Okay, chapter 2, ayah 58. وَإِذَا قُلْنَا ادْخُلُوا هَذِهِ الْقَرْيَةَ فَكُلُوا مِنْهَا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمْ رَغَدًا وَادْخُلُوا الْبَابَ سُجَّدًا وَقُولُوا حِطَّةٌ نَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ خَطَايَاكُمْ وَسَنَزِيدُ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Okay. Now tell me, how do you do sujud, prostrating here? Recall that we said, enter this town where you will find as many provisions, and you like as you like. Just enter the gate obedient. It's sujada. It's translated as humbly. I don't know. It just doesn't. The word doesn't really go there. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Why is it definitely obedient? Okay, and treat the people nicely. We will then forgive your sins and increase the reward for the good, for the charitable. Okay? And the verse after that, go to verse 59, and it tells you that they actually disobeyed what they were taught. And I brought you another verse just to confirm it. It's chapter 4, ayah 154, النساء. ورفعنا فوقهم الطور بميثاقهم وقلنا لهم ادخلوا الباب سجدا وقلنا لهم لا تعدوا في السبت وأخذنا منهم ميثاقا غليظا. This will explain it. Okay? How do you go through the door with your forehead on the floor? How? ادخلوا الباب سجدا, yeah? You're saying sujud is putting your forehead, it's prostration, yeah? How do you get inside, go through the door prostrated? So you're going to be walking on your knees and your forehead, right? Through the door. Please explain. This is the same one. So, and raise the Torah on them, as we took their covenant. And we said to them, enter the gate obedient. And again, it's actually, if you want to say prostrated here, you're welcome. You just have to explain it. How? You know what I mean? And we said to them, do not discredit the Sabbath. Indeed, we took from them a solemn covenant. And then go to verse 155, they disobeyed. Okay? They disobeyed after God told them to enter that door obedient. They disobeyed. It doesn't mean they didn't do this to sujud. Chapter 20, ayah 70. فَأُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سُجَّدًا قَالُوا آمَنَّا بِرَبِّ هَارُونَ وَمُوسَى. The magicians obeyed. They said, we believe in the Lord of Aaron and Moses. So they're telling us here, okay, أُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ, that means they thrown themselves to the floor. Okay, so please explain to me, if أُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سُجَّدًا, they thrown themselves on the floor and put their foreheads down, so are you telling us, so خَرُّوا سُجَّدًا is the same thing? So you're telling us that أُلْقِيَ and خَرَّ is the same word. That's what you're claiming. You're claiming that the word ulqiya, okay, threw himself on the floor, and kharra threw himself on the floor as well. Doesn't work. No, that's not the Quran. That's not in Quran, mate. Sorry, it doesn't happen. So you're going to have to explain it. Okay? Look what it says here. Okay. The magicians obeyed. They said, we believe in the Lord of Aaron and Moses. How did they do that? Okay. When we go to the Arabic version, فَأُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سُجَّدًا قَالُوا. There is no and here. Usually that and they said, and you have to add and because it's the separate action. But this is not a separate action. This is one action. That's why there is they said, not and they said. If they went down on their forehead and they said something, it has to be and they said. But this is not the case. It literally just say sujadan qalu. That means with whatever they said, they obeyed. With whatever they said, they obeyed. And it's very known this, okay? This is not two actions. This is one action. One action this is, right? Look, the magicians obeyed. They said, not and they said, right? Let's just say the magician prostrated. And it has to be and they said. Right? There isn't here. Straight to they said. If you're going to translate this as the magician threw themselves on the floor, prostrating, you have to have an add and they say. They said, but there isn't here. It's one action. Why? I'll tell you why. In Arabic we can say ألقي لك سؤال. That means I'll ask you a question. Okay? The words that comes out, yeah? I'm actually laying the words to you. Laying the words. Right? Look. لا يلقي له السمع. That means he doesn't listen to him. See? There's no throwing yourself on the floor or doing anything. You know what I mean? There's no ulqiya never mean it does have to be like throwing something on the floor, yeah? Right? Throwing something on the floor. But this is the physical side of it. It's always physical and spiritual and it's always this. It's always a word. It's in any language. Right? You can say ألقى الدرس علمه. ألقى الدرس علمه. He gave him a lesson, he taught him. Okay. ألقى له القول. He told them something. ألقى له القول. It's words. Okay. Words he said. Let's prove it here. النساء 494. Yeah. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ضربتم في سبيل الله فتبينوا ولا تقولوا لمن ألقى إليكم السلام لست مسلمون. See, ألقى لكم الكلام. Yeah. All you believe, if you strike in the cause of God, you shall be absolutely sure. Do not say to the one who offers you peace, you are not a believer. Read to the end of offers. How does someone offers? He obviously says, Assalamu alaikum. Assalam. By saying salam, he offered you peace. Here in this, the sorcerers, is but what they said that they obeyed. And what did they say? We believe in the Lord of Aaron and Moses. By saying that, they obeyed. Has nothing to do with prostration. Why would they prostrate to Moses? He's not God. If you're going to tell me respect, they don't even know him. They only believed when they saw whatever he produced, it's actually the truth. They know it's not sorcery. They know Moses as a human can't do it. No way. It has to be a creator. So they obeyed. That's what they said. We believe. They didn't say we believe in Moses. No. They believed in the Lord of Aaron and Moses. So they can't be prostrating to them. On the floor. What for? It's just useless to do that at that moment. This is part 2. And I hope I killed this subject so far. If I've done anything wrong, if I said anything wrong, if I translated something wrong or something, or you think I'm wrong here, please correct me with verses from the Quran. Okay? Not your words, not your opinion, not what your masters say, nothing like that. If you're not capable of giving a verse from the Quran, I don't know why you're arguing with me, to be honest. Because you think you can't do it, you're too weak because someone else is better than you. I don't know, because you guys are weak. I really see you as weak people, because you come here and trying to protect human beings, trying to give you loyalty to a human being because he thinks he says the right thing. It's weak. That's definitely weakness. You can't do it. Someone else is smarter than you. Someone else is clever than you. Someone else, yeah, look at him. He can speak better than you, so he must know more than you. He can speak Arabic, so he must know more than you. He can speak, I don't know, 6, 7 different languages. He's definitely better than you. Oh, he's a doctor, so he must be smarter than you, isn't it? Keep dragging yourself down, trying to drag people with you, man. Come on, you got to trust yourself, man. You got to trust your own. I don't care who you are, Christian, Jew, Sunnis, whatever, yeah? Got to find your own truth, man. Because I'm not responsible for anyone here. That's why I always say, do not follow me. Go back to the Quran. Doesn't matter how you read it. You have the good, right translation, and you can understand it by following the context to anything. He will literally explain it to you. If you just give it time and read verses, give it time. See you in part 3. Peace, I'm out.